अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मीडिया 47 के चैनल के टेक टॉक विद मुदस्सिर के साथ के नए प्रोग्राम के साथ हाजिर हैं। आज हमारे साथ डॉक्टर लुबना लक्ष्मी देहरानी हैं, आयरलैंड से। इनका इंट्रोडक्शन कराने के लिए मुझे एक पूरा प्रोग्राम चाहिए, लेकिन इनका एक शॉर्ट इंट्रोडक्शन मैं आपको करा देता हूँ। ये पोस्ट डॉक्टरल रिसर्चर है डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग में, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ लैम्ब्रिक, आयरलैंड में। ज़्यादातर काम इनका डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन पर है। Welcome, Dr. Lubna. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing well, thank you.
मैंने आपका ऑफिशियल इंट्रोडक्शन तो करा दिया, पोस्ट डॉक्टर रिसर्चर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ। आप अपने बारे में थोड़ा सा अनऑफिशियल एजुकेशन, आप पाकिस्तान में कहाँ से हैं, व्हाट आर यू डूइंग इन द यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ लैम्ब्रिक?
Okay, so I'm basically from the Sindh province. I was born in Pakistan, and after that, my father that time, when I was small, he was doing PhD from UK Southampton. So I was with him for 5 years. We were there. तो मैं जब 6 साल की थी तो जब मेरे फादर ने PhD कंप्लीट किया तो हम वापस आए पाकिस्तान. So after that I did my schooling there, I did my college there. फिर मैंने मेहरान यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग एंड टेक्नोलॉजी से अंडरग्रेड किया था. माय डिग्री वाज इन कंप्यूटर सिस्टम इंजीनियरिंग. उसके बाद जो है आई काइंड ऑफ स्विच्ड. मैंने जो है पोस्ट ग्रेड मेरा था बिजनेस इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी की तरफ. सो आई गॉट अ स्कॉलरशिप फॉर दैट. और उसके लिए मैं वापस यूके गई और वहाँ से मैंने 1 ईयर का किया. And at the same time, I also worked as a RJ radio presenter in an Asian and ethnic radio station, and I used to do these minority-based issues and talking about it and counseling. जो भी लोग घर पे जैसे एशियन कंट्री से मूव होके आते हैं यूके की तरफ, लेकिन बहुत सारी ऐसी वुमेन हैं या जो लोग मूव हो रहे हैं, उनको एशियन इश्यूज के बारे में पता नहीं है कि लाइक बच्चों के ट्रबल्स हो रहे हैं या स्कूलिंग इश्यूज हैं या सोशल प्रॉब्लम्स और रेसिज्म टाइप के कुछ इश्यूज हैं. सो आई यूज्ड टू टॉक अबाउट दोज इश्यूज ऑन द चैनल. उसके once I finished my during my postgrad, I worked as a analyst, like analyzing different businesses and understanding their business need and aligning a solution, designing an IT-based solution for that would fit the businesses. So is tarah ka mera kaam tha. So I came back and I worked as an assistant professor in Isra University. That's in Hyderabad as an So वहाँ पे मैंने 1 साल काम किया, and then I got married, so I moved to Dubai, and I joined business. So I worked in the family business, and then I worked in another company. So it's kind of understanding a whole different dimension of area, exploring more of things. From there, I moved into academia, back into academics, and I was teaching as an adjunct faculty in Zabast, Dubai campus. Yes, so
long, eventful journey.
Yeah, and from there I got during this time I was pursuing also for a PhD, so I applied for Erasmus scholarship. And I got the Erasmus Mundus scholarship. So in 2015, मैंने यहाँ अपने PhD start की in cloud computing. So my project was basically based into hybrid cloud computing, quality of service (SLA). So I implemented a manufacturing standard, a Six Sigma standard inside the cloud environment. So it's a kind of, very combo things coming out together. So I didn't leave my IT background. I didn't leave my business type of aspect, and everything just came out together. And right now, currently I'm working and I'm doing a postdoc in data and network security. So I'm working on an industrial project. So looking into, it's basically based on smart manufacturing industry 4.0 and looking at how cybersecurity, like we're talking about new communication models, new communication methods, और जो हम नए मॉडल क्लाउड की बात करते हैं, फिर बिग डेटा की बात करते हैं, AI की बात करते हैं, और हम कहते हैं कि सेल्फ ड्राइविंग नेटवर्क्स हैं और इतना आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, इतनी चीजें इन्वॉल्व हैं. 5G आ रहा है, तो जो जितनी नई चीजें आती हैं उतने रिस्क बढ़ते हैं, उतने थ्रेट्स
Definitely.
बढ़ते हैं. So there's a lot of novel things going on over here, and my research is based in that particular area.
Thank you, Dr. Lubna. So we have the topic for today is raising the bar for future prospects of Industry 4.0, game changer Pakistan's economy. तो हम अपनी बात शुरू करते हैं कि what is Industry 4.0 and how do you differentiate this from the earlier industrial revolutions?
Okay. So Industry 4.0, you can call it, there are a lot of catchy names for it. Like you can call it factory of the future, a connected factory, a smart factory, cyber physical systems, industrial IoT, because as I mentioned earlier, this factory is going to be agile, efficient, scalable, secure, innovative. So there's so much, new things. It's going to be flexible, allowing you to scale your, production environment as per your needs. So every single thing at each stage, हर stage पे जो processes होंगे, जहाँ से आपका raw material आ रहा है, जहाँ से आपका logistics आ रहा है, then it's being manufactured, processed, packaged, till it's delivered, it's sent out. Everything is connected. आप एक network के through और अच्छा एकदम से आपकी जो है production environment, जैसे हमारी needs ज़्यादा आ गई कि you've got you have to produce more. So you are able, आपके पास time efficiency होगी, आपके पास production efficiency होगी, आपके processes इतने transparent होंगे, इतने visible होंगे कि उसमें जो quality of service की जैसे issues होते हैं, एक आप old industrial environment अगर हम industry 3.0 लें, तो उसमें क्या होता है, it's more a manual work, ठीक है?
Yes.
उसमें everything is not streamlined. तो जब तक error हमें detect होता है, it is quite late.
Yep.
So either we compromise on the quality. Number two, either we have to sell that item for a cheaper, price.
Yes.
This is one of the biggest problems happening in the textile industry in Pakistan. The textile industry, which is one of the most profitable, which promotes so much of our growth. Like it contributes to the 57% of the total exports, so it has such a bigger impact. But this is one of the biggest reasons, because we're using old technology, we're not having innovative systems, we're using old PLCs, old distributed SCADA systems where the data is confined, production is very limited. जहाँ पे एक global मैंने एक demand देखी कि for cotton there is a demand for 15 million packs, okay? But what we are supplying is 10 million packs.
Okay.
हाँ, अब ये है कि हमारे पास इतनी फैसिलिटी ही नहीं है कि हम उस लेवल पे उनको वो चीज प्रोवाइड करें, और आने वाले 5 सालों में दिस डिमांड विल बी डबल्ड. तो हमारे पास एक बहुत बड़ी विंडो है, बहुत बड़ा स्कोप है जहाँ पे हम वी कैन मेक a lot of
I mean, that takes me to the question. Actually, you have touched the right part. कि हमारी जो इंडस्ट्री है, जहाँ पे कॉटन है, जहाँ पे टेक्सटाइल है, वहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम है. तो आप इम्पैक्ट क्या देखती हैं 4.0 का पाकिस्तान पे? इज इट ओनली अ टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री? डोंट यू सी, I mean, that should be the last question, but I would like you to have answer on it. आप जिस तरह की कनेक्टिविटी की बात कर रही हैं, या आप जिस तरह की ऑटोमेशन की बात कर रही हैं, डोंट यू सी दैट इट इज गोइंग टू हैव अ वेरी बिग इम्पैक्ट ऑन अ सोसाइटी? बिकॉज पाकिस्तान, नेपाल, मलेशिया, इंडोनेशिया, वी आर अ कंट्रीज ऑफ ह्यूमंस. हमारे पास लेबर वर्क सस्ती है, एंड इफ यू मूव टू दी ऑटोमेशन, तो हमारी जो सोसाइटल इम्पैक्ट है, जहाँ पे जॉब लॉसेस का बहुत ज्यादा चांसेस है. आई वुड लाइक टू हैव योर कमेंट्स ऑन इट आल्सो.
देखिए एक जो आप कह रहे हैं, मैं आपको जॉब लॉसेस, अगर हम इंडस्ट्री 4.0 पे नहीं होंगे जाएंगे तो जॉब लॉसेस तो वैसे ही आ जाएंगी, वो मैं पहले आपको बताती हूँ वो कैसे आएंगी, एंड देन आई विल कम टू योर
Makes
पॉइंट ऑन
sense.
लेबर प्रॉब्लम. ओके, ठीक है. So now, if in the next 5 years we don't move towards industry 4.0, the cost of what we are producing right now, let's say for example, it's somewhere around 100 rupees. Okay, that cost will grow up to 150 based on the different economic, your currency and different variables that we are living
Makes
in. Okay,
sense.
but if our neighboring countries, they have like Bangladesh and China and India, they have become so competitive. If they move to industry 4.0, the cost of manufacturing the same thing will go up to 50 rupees. So the
Oh,
entire business will go there. We will ultimately lose our market. We will lose our GDP. We will lose a lot of things. So, okay. So currently, if you see I'll talk about 1971 when we had East Pakistan and West Pakistan.
yes.
Okay, so East Pakistan was Bangladesh, in which only they were having was ready-made garments. But whereas
Yes.
what we were having clothing, cotton, fabrics, yarn, thread, leather, medical instruments. You just name me,
Yes.
fishing industries, and much more. This is just the names I'm telling you. So by that time, we were making around, $1,892 million business back in that time. That was our
Okay.
figure. And today where we stand is between, based on 2019's figure, our status is somewhere between 12 to $13 billion, whereas our competitor Bangladesh is making around 30 to $31 billion. So see, we have lost a huge share of market for not being competitive, for not using more technology, for not being innovative into it. We
Makes
need
sense.
it.
Makes sense.
Okay. So you picked up a very good point that why is it only in textile? No, it's not in textile. You can say like we have got a lot of auto parts manufacturing going on in Pakistan, right?
Okay.
So everything that is going on in the way we were doing previously 15 or 20 years back. It's the
Yes.
same thing we're doing. It's the same way, but now we are moving towards electric cars. If we do not change the dimension or the need or the demand of what the world needs, using new technologies, new systems, new ways of it, we will ultimately lose the jobs. No one, we will produce, हम बनाएंगे लेकिन बेचेंगे किसको? कोई लेने वाला ही नहीं होगा.
You
The
actually
jobs are
makes sense. I
changing,
mean, you
you know.
have brought up a very important point that yes, today we are looking at number of percentage of jobs may lost to 4.0, but if we do not remain competitive, हम completely market से out हो जाएंगे.
Market.
Others will be making better product or industry. Yes, please.
There's one important thing I would like to say here. Like, we not only need to change our ways, but need to be innovative in different ways. Just like if we go 10 years back, Bangladesh was buying cotton from us. The different countries are buying cotton from us. They used to import from us, but now they have started manufacturing synthetic cotton, so which has replaced the need of what we are producing.
True.
Much cheaper, much economical. I can even come up with, from 15 years back from here, Pakistan exported leather goods, right? The high
Yes.
quality leather goods.
Very
But
true.
China started manufacturing artificial leather and they sold it for 1/4 to 1/6 of the cost that we were producing it. We completely lost our market.
Wow.
So we're talking about that level of collapse. So if we do not focus on research and innovative methods and technologies and industry 4.0, especially, smart manufacturing, what this will enable. Okay, right now our textiles or our productions are limited to some certain, like textile is limited to Faisalabad, वहाँ पे ज़्यादा
Yes.
industries हम
Yes.
कह सकते हैं,
Yes.
ठीक है? और दूसरी इंडस्ट्रीज है वो एक सर्टेन, जैसे हम वॉशिंग मशीन की बात कर लें या मोटर्स की बात करें, वो गुजरांवाला में है, ठीक है?
True.
तो ऐसे बने हुए हैं जहाँ पे ये चीजें हैं, बट वी नीड टू सेंट्रलाइज दिस. हम स्मार्ट फैक्ट्री जो है जिस लेवल पे हमारे पास वो वी कैन फिट दैट पॉट टाइप ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट, या हम एक छोटी सी फैक्ट्री कहीं पे भी बना सकते हैं. हमें सिर्फ उस लेवल की मशीनरी चाहिए, मैकेनिज्म चाहिए, क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारे पास जो है टेक्निकल लोग सिर्फ एक एरिया में है.
Fair
We
enough.
have
Makes
people
sense.
all over Pakistan, and if we provide जैसे हम कोविड की वजह से एवरीबडी इज वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम, अगर हर सिटी में एक छोटी छोटी सी फैक्ट्री इस तरह से आ जाए, क्या हम अपनी इकोनॉमी को कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं करेंगे? हम उस लेबर के चैलेंज को ओवरकम नहीं करेंगे? कितनी जॉब्स क्रिएट होंगी, कितनी कितनी वो होगी, टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट आएगी वहां पे। बिकॉज आजकल जो जनरेशन है, दे स्टडी फ्रॉम स्मॉल सिटीज एंड देन दे मूव टू मेट्रो सिटीज एंड देन दे सेटल देयर। जो हमारे रिमोट एरियाज हैं वो तो डेवलप ही नहीं हो रहे हैं।
True.
So this will create so many opportunities, like in terms of for the students, for businesses.
I mean, I will take this question to another dimension. Okay, I agree that 4.0 is required. I agree that we are uncompetitive. I agree that we are losing market to other countries. The point is infrastructure requirement. The issues that we might have in 4.0. I mean, we do not have a privacy laws. We do not have, even if we have the laws, these are unforced. इनकी enforcement ही नहीं है, इनकी आपकी internet की usage ही नहीं है. I mean, still we are saying 4G and 5G, but to say it's kind of a pathetic corrections that we have. I mean, I never faced that kind of situation in Middle East and the UK, but here internet is expensive. We don't have an infrastructure to have this. How do you see that we are moving towards it?
That's a very good point. So I have been following this quite much since last one and a half year. So, and I even have a few friends who are in textile industry and like how they're working and everything. So I have the inside news. The interesting bit is the current infrastructure doesn't even allow us कि हमारे पास full-fledged 4G भी नहीं है, like LTE तक नहीं है.
Yes.
ठीक है. So और उसकी रीजन ये है कि
you don't have anything. I mean, you just pass the. Carry on, please.
So Varid और Mobilink and Varid, they have combined. उनका तो merger भी हो गया है. लेकिन जो I think Zong and again this merger company, they were looking into के 2020 में हम देखेंगे कि कितनी use case industries हैं, कितनी industry आगे आती हैं इस बात को, तो फिर हम इसको implement करें. लेकिन last week, like this Monday, I saw it in the news that PTCL, Pakistan Telecommunication Limited, they have made the first trial of 5G. So it brings some hope that हमें जो enabling technology चाहिए communication के लिए, it is coming. So through the government is looking forward to it. Now it's based on the number of industries that we have is so high now. It's the next step is the industries have to take the next step in upgrading themselves and moving towards this trend of industry 4.0. So and the transition is not going to be easy because जो मैं कह रही हूँ, there's again using these legacy types of systems, these old systems, या फिर जो जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि अभी वो second generation वाले distributed SCADA systems use कर रहे हैं, और there's one more conventional way of अभी cloud की तरफ उनकी deployment या IoT या big data analysis, they don't know कि वो जितना produce कर रहे हैं, there is a lot of production going on, but उसकी analysis नहीं हो रही है, तो उसका outcome उनको नहीं पता चल रहा है कि ये आगे चल के हमारे लिए कितना फायदेमंद हो सकता है. So I think it's a mutual step. It's again infrastructure की requirement, जैसे मैंने कहा 5G. We have all other things, right, like in terms of cloud, in terms of other things supporting requirements that we need.
I do know about. Yes, please carry on.
एक और चीज जो थी कि कोविड की सिचुएशन में आप ये देखें कि हमें वेंट्स की बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत पड़ी. एक वेंट जो बाहर से इंपोर्ट हो रहा है, that is around 75 lakh rupees for one ventilator. Okay. अभी पाकिस्तान इंजीनियरिंग काउंसिल ने जो है, they have formed this national innovation center over which they are producing their manufacturing, forming these own vents, and that takes around somewhere between 10 to 15 or 15 to 20 lakh, मतलब इसकी रेंज के बीच में ये, because this is a very good idea. हम कितना उसमें सेव कर रहे हैं, number one. Number two, उसमें जो ऐसा नहीं है that they are manufacturing completely, off the shelf components वो purchase कर रहे हैं, import कर रहे हैं, and then it involves different types of softwares and AI and deep learning. So whatever we are using out there, every single data, no data is, especially when we are living in this country, we realize the value of data.
Yes.
How much it means, and we are completely losing out on that. So this is one of the good initiatives.
I mean, this is one of the thing in the last ने काफी सारी इवेंट्स और इस तरह की चीजें इंटरनली पाकिस्तान में बनाना शुरू कर दी, लेकिन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में only a 5G internet. Infrastructure is electricity. Infrastructure is the other things the whole society come in. Yes. And I can give you an example. Power is one of the things that we have a problem. But of the mindset of the people, because to move from where they are, the legacy systems in the way of manual producing things, to industry 4.0 is a lot of investment is required, as you said, from the industry, from themselves. They need to invest in their equipment. They need to invest in their software. I was talking to one friend, and he's trying to selling some of the softwares which is supposed for the construction industry in Pakistan. People are not willing to actually digitize. Forget the digitalization. They don't want to even digitize their system because there are 2 books. They are making money of white, black. So many things are happening. So the reason I'm asking about this, because I see you have a very good command. Even sitting very far away, you have a very good command in what is happening in Pakistan in that area. So that is why I'm putting this question to you, that how do you see these mindset changes?
Okay, one of the biggest concepts that is coming up is, the concept of technopreneurship, okay? Technopreneurship it will come in the young generation. I'm sure this will pick up very quickly. Before hum jaise kehte the entrepreneurship, but now it's technopreneurship, in which we're seeing like brainstorming for new ideas and identifying and assessing ideas to do something different, how technology can support, how it was done before, and how it can be done now. People, the new generation will definitely come up to it. Like if sitting out here, I'm thinking that way, I'm sure there are thousands in Pakistan that will definitely, after this interview, they will think about it, that there is a need, you must go there or you lose your jobs, you lose your, we have I read an article on Dawn newspaper, and like we have a huge search market, there is a huge demand that will be produced in the next 5 years. We have a huge prospectus window.
Okay.
Either it will be either a making point or a breaking point. And this doesn't just go to the textile industry. It will go to the automotive part. It goes to the motors, fan, washing machines. It goes to even the machineries. Even in Sialkot, we have this, the Sialkot industry is very competitive in terms of, sports goods and surgical items. But in terms of they have to remain competitive, analyze the demand and supply, and reach, not leave their hold from the market. The mistakes that we did in 1980s and 1990s, we must learn from it and stop. That's my say on it, that we must learn from our past, we must learn from our mistakes, and we should not repeat, and we should not let this opportunity get out of our hands. So the transition would be hard, but if it is understood that we will completely be out of the export industry, because even living out here, I see many people buying, bed sheets and these types of textile goods from, Chenwan is still a big name. Chenam Group is definitely a big name. Bed and Bath is still a big name. Like they're big chains. No matter living here for 5 years, I would go and buy from there. So if you want to keep that market, if you want to keep your people buying the export market, you have to see that through. One more thing I would like to say here. My mother, last week I had an interesting conversation with her, and she said, look now, the tomatoes, they were like few weeks back, they were around some 200 rupees kilo or something. But last week they were 12 to 13 rupees kilo. And, she said they're in so bulk. And I said, Mom, it's, the 10 cents, wow. And Now, the point here, we are producing in bulk all the carts that are full of tomatoes.
Yes.
There's no food processing technology there.
No, we don't.
Okay. In the coming years, we will have one of the biggest problems globally will be the food scarcity. You know, there'll be a sufficient
Yes.
deficiency of food. We have the resources. We are one of the world's third or fourth biggest agricultural countries.
Yes.
We can have small industries there that can process, that can pack, and that can export these goods and make income out of it. We are losing our market just from, you know, but if you take आप इसी चीज को स्पेन के मद्देनजर रख के देखें कि स्पेन में कैसे होता है कि या इटली में कैसा होता है, वो लोग पैक करते हैं इन चीजों को, इनकी प्यूरी बनाते हैं, इनके पेस्ट बनाते हैं, they make money out of it, और हम दुकानों पे जाके ये बाहर की चीजें लेकर भी आते हैं. But we are not doing it for our own country, you know. So
yes, in most of the cases जो हमारे यहाँ इंडस्ट्रीज हैं वो बहुत रॉ डील कर रही हैं. हमारे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग पार्ट और जो अपस्केल इंडस्ट्रीज हैं वो हमारी तरफ कम है. हम ज्यादातर रॉ एक्सपोर्ट कर देते हैं या हम उस पर फूड प्रोसेसिंग नहीं है हमारे यहाँ.
दो चीजें यहाँ पे मैं कहना चाह रही हूँ. You know, when I was doing my postgrad in UK, we used to use these business models called Porter's value chain model and Porter's 5 forces models. Okay. So let's go from value chain. You know, in value chain, what we see from the minute our raw material comes and logistics and procurement, and then at how HR is involved and how IT, and then we look of how ERP is making us more efficient, and in the end we evaluate how looking at the quality of service metrics, and that value chain model gives us an insight that where we are lacking or what needs to be done in terms of demand and supply, and you know, are we producing enough, or you know, बहुत सारे ऐसे internal metrics हैं जो हम key performance indicators हैं जो हम identify करते हैं कि हमें कहाँ पे improve करना चाहिए. ठीक है. दूसरा है Porter's 5 forces model जिसमें हम देखें you know, threat of substitute, threat of threat of new entrants, and you know, the buying, you know, the जो buyers का हमारे ऊपर pressure है. आप इस model को even if a layman just reads it and try to implement it into the current industrial environment, you will see where you stand. And currently what I see, threat of substitutes and new entrants is already there. We are
too much.
We have 2 or 3 China, Bangladesh, India. We have these huge competitors out there. And COVID was based on, you know, I read this on Dawn, that due to COVID, during this time, US and China relationships were not really good. Bangladesh and India were hit down by, you know, this COVID situation. That gave us a very good opportunity to move into the international market. You know, हमारा export ज़्यादा उसमें improve हुआ था. So let us not shut this down. Demand is coming.
Yes, true.
Let us be able to meet the demand, not that the demand is 15 and we are providing 10. This should not be us, you know.
Okay, Lubna, I have another question now. With all the insight that you have about Pakistan and all this insight about the industry, how it is moving, I mean, are you in contact with someone at the government level, or are you talking to somebody, or is there any group that is actually trying to pursue कि पाकिस्तानी गवर्नमेंट जो है या उनको जो है वो ये काम आगे बढ़ाएं इंडस्ट्री 4.0 पे? I can see कि बहुत सारे काम हो रहे हैं, but I don't see कि एक common vision है. बहुत सारे courses, free courses हो रहे हैं, बहुत सारी क्या कहते हैं कंपनीज काम कर रही हैं, लेकिन ज्यादातर काम बाहर के लिए हो रहा है. So the question is, are you in contact with anyone in the government or किसी ऐसे power corridor में जहाँ पे आप उनको ये ideas दे रहे हो कि वो उन पे implement कर सकें?
Well, not yet. Not yet. I'm not based on. No, they haven't contacted me for being a consultant for them. Jokes apart. You know, the place you belong to, you keep an eye. You know, you're just linked, and you keep an eye on what's going on here and there, especially. So, just friends there, and उसके हिसाब से कुछ चीजें पता चलती हैं आपको कि अच्छा इस इंडस्ट्री में क्या हो रहा है, what is our economy, how we are going, what we are doing here, what we are doing there. जो मेरे father हैं, he's into technology out there, so he's done a lot of work. I'm just a tip of iceberg उनके सामने. So we just have conversations, and then we talk about how things are here and how things are out there. तो जो है एक आपको अंदाजा हो जाता है कि ओके यहाँ पे एक स्कोप है, यहाँ पे एक मार्केट है. एक और कंपनी जो है जो अभी मेरे ज़हन में आ रही है, there is this if I'm naming it right, it's Harris Mathis. It's a secret company. The name just left my mind. It's based in Karachi. Now they're moving towards this IQS type of system in which जो हम cigarette जैसा smoke करते हैं, हम environment को we're not very environment friendly. So they are implementing an Italian technological method in which when you smoke, तो tobacco जो है वो उसकी जो there won't be any combustion. Tobacco heat up होगी, you will be able to smoke, but environment में उसका धुआं नहीं आएगा. So yeah, but this factory that I'm talking about, it's a foreign company. So they are looking into कि उनको पता है कि ये अगर हमने आगे 2 सालों में 3 सालों में हमने अगर मार्केट को कॉम्पीट नहीं किया तो हमारी मार्केट कम हो जाएगी. So this is a figure that like in every business, like चाहे हम एक छोटी सी सुपरमार्केट भी ले लें, हम देखते हैं कि सामने वाले ने प्राइसेस कम की हैं तो हम भी कम करते हैं. You look at all the resources, time factor, people factor, cost factor, supplier factor. You look at all the things, how to be more efficient in a limited time. आपके पास if you know you have a 12-hour window in which you have to produce or in which you have to manufacture or deliver, you have to make the most out of it. At the same time as जैसे हमने अपनी पॉइंट पहले शुरू में रेज की थी कि हम लेबर को कैसे करेंगे, अब लेबर का कहाँ गए. देखिए लेबर कहीं पे जो है लेबर सिर्फ हमारी कंट्री के इफेक्ट नहीं हो रही है. अगर इंडिया और बांग्लादेश और चाइना अगर ये भी इम्प्लीमेंट करें इंडस्ट्री 4.0, उनकी लेबर भी जो है वो चेंज होगी. पर ट्रांजिशन आता है हर चीज में. जैसे आप देखें कि आज से 20 साल पहले लिटरेसी रेट क्या था और आज लिटरेसी रेट क्या है. ट्रांजिशन आता है, there's always a transition. Like I was a computer engineer, then I went into the business type of business information technology, then I did business, then I it's after I did my PhD in cloud, then the transition came to towards cybersecurity. So people will come up to that transition as well if there's a proper method of educating and putting the policy that no, we are not gonna आपको हम ऐसा नहीं कि आपको हम बाहर निकाल रहे हैं या आपको unemployment हम की तरफ contribute कर रहे हैं, but we will train you for something different. If that type of process comes,
I mean, you are right, because when I see,
then I think things would be easier and smoother.
True. I mean, when I see the earlier industrial revolutions, every time whenever the industry revolution came in, आपकी जॉब मार्केट बढ़ी है. ओके कि पहले आप जो है अगर आप इंडस्ट्री रेवोल्यूशन 2 और 1 की बात करते हैं तो आप जहां पे भी इंडस्ट्री लगी उसके आसपास शहर बना. इंडस्ट्री रेवोल्यूशन 3 में जब आपके पास चिप्स आई और कंप्यूटर लिटरेसी आई तो आपकी टेक्नोलॉजी और कम्युनिकेशंस वो सारी बढ़ी. लेकिन जब हम इंडस्ट्री 4.0 की बात करते हैं तो इसमें जो चीज एटलीस्ट अभी नजर आती है वो ये है कि बिगर जॉब लॉसेस है. आई वाज रीडिंग एन आर्टिकल कि 9.7 मिलियन ट्रक ड्राइवर्स जो यूएस में इस वक्त ट्रक ड्राइविंग कर रहे हैं वो डायरेक्ट थ्रेट पर हैं. और सिर्फ ट्रक ड्राइवर्स की बात कर रहा हूँ और इसके साथ की इंडस्ट्री की बात नहीं कर रहा जो कि खाना खिला रहे हैं, यानी कि जो स्पेयर पार्ट्स हैं, जो टायर पंक्चर्स हैं, जो आप रास्ते में रुकते हैं, कॉटेजेस हैं, एवरीथिंग. That industry is in direct threat. These 9.7 million drivers are in direct threat जब ऑटो कार्स आ जाएंगी जो कि ऑटो ड्रिवन कार्स होंगी या रोबोटिक. So I mean,
और आप
this challenge is there.
one of the ठीक है, ये आपने एक पॉइंट उठाई कि ये हमारे लोग होंगे, लेकिन आज से 5 साल या 10 साल, if there's any type of food crisis या scarcity आती है, कितनी population होती है, कोविड में कितनी population कम हुई है, आगे 10 साल you never know, हम down the race कितनी population बचेगी. Every single thing हम industry 4.0 में ये बात करते हैं कि 3.0 में robots cages में cages में काम कर रहे हैं, 4.0 में वो इंसानों के साथ बैठ के काम करेंगे, वो उनके पास इतनी इंटेलिजेंस होगी कि वो उनकी एफिशिएंसी उस हिसाब से होगी, राइट. तो हम ये सोच रहे हैं कि रोबोट्स आ जाएंगे लेकिन इंसान बैठे रहेंगे, बट with every time dimensions will change, so we cannot guarantee that there will be no catastrophe. We cannot guarantee, there's something called force major, laws. Yes. Force majors law कि आपकी shipment आती है, that there are things that will happen. So what we have to understand right now, this is a transition that the Europe is going through it, America is going through it, Australia is going through it, Singapore is going through it, everyone is going through it. You cannot stop it,
Fair enough.
जब एक change आता है, आप change को prevent नहीं कर सकते, आप उसके साथ flow करें, आप खुद को बदलें, खुद को update करें, go with the flow. Only then you will be at the peace. आप कितने चले, आप कुछ भी कर लें, कि जैसे यूजुअली एक ट्रेंड होता है, स्ट्राइक्स होती हैं, ये होती है, वो होती है, पर अल्टीमेटली द चेंज विल कम, क्योंकि अगर हम इंडस्ट्री 4.0 पे नहीं गए, हमारे कंपेटिटर्स जा रहे हैं एंड उनका कॉस्ट कम होगा, उनके पास लोग, they will buy it and we will definitely lose.
I mean, you have already answered a big part of it, but let me just put it, the last question of the session is how to mitigate and move past these limitations. One is, we have talked that there is a mindset limitation that you have answered, that new technopreneurs are coming through and they might able to. The other is a fear of job loss. You have given an intellectual answer to it, that if we don't move, then definitely there will be, eventually we all will be out of it.
Yes.
But for a common ke liye and to a common person, how can we actually answer this question? Okay, the technology is not going to take your job, but it is going to help you grow bigger. It is going to help you do something better rather than doing things which is more robotic.
We have to make use of the opportunities that are coming with the industry 4.0. Number 2, be self-reliant.
Okay.
Be self-reliant. जैसे जो एक मैंने वेंट की बात कही है, this is just a ventilator, it's just a small example, and there is a lot. हम जो बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो बाहर से हम import कर रहे हैं. One thing I have learned during COVID is there's so much of DIY,
Yes,
there's so much बाहर की countries.
Amazing.
So that we can अगर आप इसी चीज को देखें, that come up with a new idea, be creative, implement technology inside it. हमारे पास आज से 15 साल पहले बिजनेस करना मुश्किल था, because आपके पास सोशल मीडिया नहीं था, आपके पास टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं थी, आपके पास रिसोर्सेस नहीं थे. अभी आप कोई भी चीज बना रहे हैं, एक छोटा सा सॉफ्टवेयर में बना रहे हैं, घर से बैठ के आप you're making one tool, one small app, you can earn millions into it. अगर आपकी एक अच्छी सी कोई एक कॉन्सेप्ट अच्छा आ गया आपका, okay, I'm not talking about an idea, एक अच्छा सा कॉन्सेप्ट बना दिया, एक फ्रेमवर्क बना दिया, एक सिस्टम बना दिया किसी चीज के लिए, एक नई स्ट्रेटजी बना दी उस प्रोसेस में. So you just have to, being for the next generation, or for the people who are inside this industry, you just have to look for a different way of, you just have to change the way of your thinking and look for a different strategy. ठीक है, industry 4.0 आ गई, but like how can उसमें भी आप जैसे आप project, you're into project management, okay? So one model doesn't fit all. Obviously. You customize it, you change it, you alter it. कहीं पे agile चलता है, कहीं पे Prince2 चल रहा है, कहीं पे PMP चल रहा है. Similarly, each industry is different. You have to strategize it differently. You need different frameworks for it. You need different elements involved into it. आपके जो KPIs उसके साथ involved है. So look into those fine areas. Those हर चीज में एक gap होती है. Like right now, जैसे मैं काम कर रही हूँ, I'm working on cyber security standards. और मेरा ये काम है कि जो different standards बने हुए हैं, तो उनके बीच में कौन कौन सी गैप्स हैं, तो जब ये इंडस्ट्री में अप्लाई होते हैं तो उनकी गैप्स को मैं आइडेंटिफाई करूं और उन रिस्क को मैं मिटिगेट करूं। सिमिलरली ये चीजें वहां पर भी आएंगी, यू नो।
मेक सेंस।
सो look those, just be creative, just be, थोड़ा ब्रेनस्टॉर्म करना पड़ेगा।
True.
और लेकिन अपॉर्चुनिटीज कहीं जा नहीं रही हैं, चेंज हो रही हैं।
Fair enough. Thank you.
So we just have to be prepared for it. That's it.
Yes, आपकी बहुत पॉजिटिव और अप्रिशिएटिव टॉक के लिए आपने जो है टाइम निकाला। और आई थिंक एक जो चीज़ बहुत क्लियर मैसेज हम इस के थ्रू आपने जो दिया है वो ये है कि वर्ल्ड इज चेंजिंग एंड इट इज़ बेटर दैट वी चेंज विद देम, अदरवाइज हम बहुत जल्दी जो है मार्केट से आउट हो सकते हैं। आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। आप जो है इतने अपने कीमती वक्त में से टाइम निकाला। और साइबर सिक्योरिटी इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक। होपफुली वी विल गेट यू बैक स्पेसिफिकली टॉकिंग ओनली ऑन द साइबर सिक्योरिटी, क्योंकि वो एक बहुत एरिया है जो कि इंडस्ट्री 4.0 में बहुत इम्पैक्ट करेगा। जिस वक्त हम ब्लॉकचेन्स की बात कर रहे होंगे या जिस वक्त IoTs की बात कर रहे होंगे या जिस वक्त इस वक्त भी आपकी बहुत सारी चीजें, सब चीजें इंटरनेट पर हैं। तो जो साइबर सिक्योरिटी है वो एक बहुत फैक्टर है इस पूरे सक्सेस के लिए। हर वक्त आपके पास एक थ्रेट रहता है इस चीज का। So
because we are talking about
for the next program
sure.
Yes, you are saying something, please go ahead.
Yes, because what we're talking about billions of IoT based devices, you know, connected and communicating with each other, and at any stage, you know, if any data is compromised, you know, your whole environment can go to downtime, or, you know, availability, confidentiality, or integrity type of issues, you know. So that is again a whole big topic, a whole you know, a whole new session.
Thank you. तो हम आज का अपना प्रोग्राम
Thank you very much.
थैंक यू को ख़त्म करते हैं। अपना मीडिया 47 का टेक टॉक विद मुदस्सिर और डॉक्टर लुबना का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया कि आपने टाइम निकाला और इतनी अच्छी अच्छी बातें और पाकिस्तान के फ्यूचर जो कि बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है।
बहुत शुक्रिया।